Hello everyone and welcome to the grand final of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2. We are down to our final two players, which are gonna battle it out for a prize money difference of 10,000 US dollars, as the winner is gonna get 20,000 and the loser is gonna get 10,000. And a pretty gigantic trophy, as you'll see in the recap video, which of course I'm gonna upload once this match is done. And the match is taking place between the French human player ToD, spawning here on the left hand side in yellow, and his opponent from South Korea in red, the orc player on the right hand side, Lin. And both of the players have lost one best of three so far in these finals. Lin lost against ToD in the group stage, and ToD lost against Grubby in the winner bracket semi-final. So ToD is coming from the lower bracket here, so he's got the disadvantage of having to win two best of threes in a row, whereas Lin only has to win one best of three. So we could see anything from 2 maps all the way up to 6 maps here in this match, depending on how it goes. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys basically up to date on what the current situation is at the start of every map. ToD, by the way, is going for this early lumber mill that we've seen him go for plenty of times already in human versus orc, which usually tends to give him a somewhat quick tech while also getting the arcane tower upgraded before starting to go for the keep. And Lin, on the other hand, is apparently going for an extremely quick tech here, not getting a Voodoo Lodge and not getting the second burrow. As we can see in the top right of the screen, he does have plenty of resources to get those buildings. But yeah, he decides to go for tier 2 extremely quickly. Interesting start by him, starts to go for some harassment. ToD, as we can see, with only a water mantle, well, only the IEM, a water mantle and 3 militia here. First footman is just now spawning, as Barracks was built later. Has extremely weak creeping potential here, which Lin is totally aware of, so he seems to have done his homework. And the Blade Master is there to steal the first of the Forest Troll Trappers. ToD, of course, got the Ogre and got the Claws Attack +6, so some additional damage for the AM. And he was able to deny the water mantle here, so at least some experience denied from Lin's Blade Master. Nevertheless, interesting start here by the orc player build order-wise. I think, ToD is going to have a pretty difficult time gaining additional experience on his AM here early on. The Blade Master is not quite there to get the steal, so a little bit more experience on the first hero of the human, who is now being chased by the Blade Master. By the way, as we can see, the Arcane Tower has finished as expected. Keep is coming as well. Of course, quite a bit delayed compared to Lin's stronghold, which is already halfway finished. We've seen that the second burrow has finished, so the second grunt can be built right now, and the Voodoo Lodge is in production as well. So the grunt is chasing the AM here. He knows that there's not really too much he can creep except for the Murlocs down here, maybe. And the Blade Master is keeping track of the rest of the human army, stealing one of the creeps here, perhaps even getting the last hit on the water mantle, which is exactly what's happening. So he's doing a really good job keeping ToD at bay here early on. ToD, of course, desperately wants to have at least level 2 on his AM, who, of course, could benefit greatly from the Brilliance Aura at this point. He has saved up some more mana. Yeah, he's able to spawn another water mantle right now if he wants to. Next grunt of Lin is doing some scouting here at the top. The other grunt is just waiting in front of the Murlocs, where ToD is now heading. Needs to make sure not to get ensnared here by the Murlocs, but that's exactly what's happening. ToD waking them up, and this should be a kill for the Frenchman, or at least for at least against the grunt. In the meantime, surrounding the Blade Master, a lot of multitasking going on here. The experience did go to the creeps here, as you can see, so no XP for the M, but the grunt kill is quite useful nevertheless, of course. So yeah, both of players showing off some multitasking here early on. The Blade Master gaining some more XP from the Null Brute here, also denying that from the human army, which will of course love to creep that, while the AM is creeping at the bottom here. By the way, no XP tome from the Murloc Nightcrawler. Next grunt gets ensnared, but the damage output should not be enough for ToD to take that one down. Nevertheless, level 2 has been reached on the AM finally. Blade Master is once again chasing the footman away here. Shop could actually get cancelled, I'm assuming, by Lin if he decided to want to do so. which, yeah, is pretty much what he's doing here. He's out of mana anyways. Oh, needs to make sure not to get around it, but I think he could just cancel the shop and then move out towards the left-hand side. Looks like he doesn't want to risk it though. ToD has reached tier 2, Lin has reached tier 2 as well, and he's going double Wc3 and a TC second. That is a very interesting build. So the Arcanes of ToD are coming just now. So Lin is going to have his first tier 2 units on the field quite quickly. TC as well. So I'm curious if this is going to be Wind Riders or Raiders. I would be expecting Wind Riders with this build of Lin. And yeah, I'm just going to make my statement about the strategy once we've seen what's actually being built. And yeah, it is Wind Riders. So let's take a look at ToD's base. The Lumber Mill has been finished already. There's one Arcane Tower. There's no additional Scout Tower anywhere being built. Okay, there is one. Of course, the IEM now in the base has realized that it is double Wc3 and that there is a high chance that his economy could get attacked by some air units pretty soon, so he needs some anti-air. The TC is stuck here by the looks of it. The PNs are working on a way to escape for him though, so that shouldn't yeah, be too much of a bother for too long. One Water Metal gets killed with a shockwave here. MK is out, it's just waiting at the human main base for the Wind Riders to arrive. There they are. The Grunts now arriving finally as well. The IEM isn't really doing any significant damage as the tier 2 buildings have been finished for quite a while already. Let's see if he can maybe force a potion here off of this Blade Master. Looks like no. And actually Lin sends back his Wind Riders. Wow, that is very, very surprising to me. The IEM, the solo IEM, didn't really seem like too big a threat to me here to basically justify not going for the human base with the Wind Riders, because now 2 Zorks are out. The MK is there. The Arcane the Guard Tower is soon to finish, so these Wind Riders will be slowed and bolted, and the IEM is there, and he's soon gonna have mana for another Water Metal, so this tower should definitely come up, and then, well, ToD's main base isn't going to be in too much trouble anymore. Of course, the Wind Riders can still be here somewhere shooting at the peasants, but that shouldn't be game-deciding damage anymore to be dealt by the Wind Riders of Lin, who in the meantime get some more creeping done. And well, get some more experience on his heroes. Circlet for the Blade Master. Yeah, as we can see right now, one peasant is getting killed, but that's not too big of a bother for ToD, as he's got plenty of lumber peasants and he's got 250 lumber saved up already, and the majority of his lumber investment should be done already. Quick expansion by Lin. So let me just quickly talk about the strategy, as maybe you've got a bit of downtime right now, as at least ToD should be heading for some creeping, and I guess Lin is going to do the same thing. So with the Wind Riders and the TC with the Aura eventually, Lin of course has great mobility in his army. He can do hit and runs, he's got the potential to trade very favorably in the initial part of a fight against the caster army. He can speed scroll in, use his shockwave, do some focus fire with the Wind Riders, and then run away. He's got very little potential to sustain fights over a longer period of time. So ideally, I guess he'd want to have 2 speed scores, one to engage, one to disengage, just snipe casters and lose as few Wind Riders as possible. And of course, with the mobility advantage, he can also try and, just hit and run against the base, do some damage, and keep ToD away from his side of the map to get the expansion finished in the meantime. ToD, on the other hand, just wants to creep up, get a solid army. He knows that, if he can force a fight, by the way, Dragonhawk Riders being added, which isn't the most gigantic surprise here. If he can force a fight with a solid army, say 50, 60-ish supply on both sides, ToD should definitely have a pretty good chance of taking that fight. And the Frenchman is now getting to the expansion, is going to get the cancel here. So Lin trying to go for the hit and run here, trying to deal some damage, does not achieve what he wanted to here, does not win enough time to get the expansion done. ToD is gonna kill that one. I'm assuming Town Portal is going to come soon. Lin in the meantime trying to go for the Griffin Aviary. Not sure if he's gonna be getting the kill there, but he did get the kill on the shop already, so no more Dragonhawk Riders can be built. The first of Lin's Wind Riders is going to be taken down. But what is he waiting for with the Town Portal? He's actually moving towards the main base of Lin. Okay, now changing his mind, Town Portaling home. And Lin definitely cannot take this fight at the moment. Let's see, is the Raider falling perhaps? Yes, the Raider is falling. another bolt onto one of the Wind Riders, and all in all, while Lin was able to deal some damage here, okay, one of the Dragonhawks of ToD has survived, so the second one must have died here. All in all, they traded a Town Portal. ToD lost, well, that's a caster, the Wind Rider, the Dragonhawk Rider, that's a peasant, perhaps a couple of peasants, but that's it. And in return, Lin did not get his expansion up, lost the Wind Rider and a Raider. And keep in mind, the longer this game goes without Lin gaining some sort of advantage, the better it's going to get for ToD, just because he's got the more solid late game unit composition here. Another clause. And actually, to snipe Wind Riders, in this particular situation, a lot of claws, I'm assuming he wants to give this to the IEM eventually. Yeah, there he goes. In this particular situation, to snipe Wind Riders, this is actually really good on the IEM. So Lin has to make something happen. It looks like he's going to get an expansion into place again, and at the same time, ToD is misrallying his units here. He's going to lose 2 Zorks in the beginning of this fight, so maybe this is just what Lin needs. As I said, he cannot just wait and go for the late game with this kind of style. There is 1 speed scroll on the side of Lin, so he's gonna have to make the best use of that he can. No heat scroll on the side of ToD. Speed scroll used right now for Lin, so he's just using that to engage, to get a better position with his Raiders, which, by the way, he starts adding in a pretty decent number right now. Plenty of them have taken some damage already. In the meantime, lots of casters of ToD have died already as well, but it looks like the fight could slowly shift into ToD's favor here, even though he lost those 2 Zorks right in the beginning, and there's not really too much slow to work with anymore for him. So the next grunt is gonna fall. The Wind Riders are somewhat low in HP, and yeah, look at the damage that the IEM is doing here with his single hits. 2 more Wind Riders are falling. The grunt has gotten surrounded, and at the end of the day, it's actually Lin who has to run away and who cannot finish this fight successfully. I mean, he started out here with these 2 kills, 2 free Zorks, which are, of course, an integral part of ToD's army, and nevertheless, ToD was able to, in the end, repel this push. We see 39 supply on the side of the human player, 34 on the side of the Orc. Expansion is being built again, about halfway finished. Next, Raiders are spawning. It looks like Lin is straying away from the Wind Riders entirely, which at this point I guess makes sense, because ToD can easily always reinforce with a bunch of Dragonhawks and always just keep these Wind Riders shackled, so no real great value to be gained by those anymore. So what's the plan here for Lin? I mean, on the one hand, I guess you could say he wants to fight as early as he can, because, you know, because things aren't gonna get easier for him, but on the other hand, maybe it would be smarter to hope for his expansion to come through, which I guess isn't going to be happening. And, you know, just do more hit and run with the Raiders and try and somehow gain an economy advantage. But, I mean, ToD, of course, knows about this possibility, and he's not going to let that happen. The expansion is going to have to be cancelled. Oh, he's even cancelling here in the very, very last moment. There is no Town Portal for Lin, so he's gonna have to be careful. Okay, 1 Dragonhawk Rider gets ensnared and killed here. ToD once again waits very long with the Town Portal. Maybe that's what he was waiting for early on, for a reinforcing P, and that would be really, yeah, next level mind games this time. He was successful in doing so. And is he going to Town Portal home eventually? I mean, frankly, this army doesn't really seem to be too much of a bother to him currently. And he's actually deciding to run home. Leaves the newly spawned water metal here just to make sure to be able to scout another expansion attempt by Lin. And yeah, Lin now realizes that ToD is not town porting home and that he's just gonna have to make a run for it. 3 Dragonhawk Riders should make sure not to get caught out of position here, but the MK and the IEM are there as well. This is going to be a town portal forced out of ToD. He's got no protective items on his IEM. 1 Raider is getting killed in return, but of course way too many ensnares available on the side of Lin for ToD to basically get out of this in any other way but by using a town portal. Okay, so 1 Raider killed, another town portal forced here, but well, I think ToD can still be fine with this, as you know, as he's the one going into the late game in a favored position. And yeah, Lin is now trying to get the tech switch done, adding a Spirit Lodge. But it's going to be such a long time before he gets like 2-3 walkers with upgrade and some mana on them. I mean, keep in mind, a lot of ToD's casters have been alive for a while with Brilliance Aura, and therefore they have so much mana to work with. So, new Town Portal for the IEM. Heat Scroll here against the Shockwaves. Interestingly, decides to go for the Heat Scroll, not for the Invul, to perhaps prevent some more hero focus like we've just seen. Creep Camp gets finished here. Blade Master is close by. He bought the Invul. Okay, that might also be a reason why ToD didn't get it. The Ogre Magi should go to ToD. I don't think that Lin can... Okay, Lin is actually going for it, and he grabs the claws, but he doesn't have mana. That's why I thought it's probably too greedy to go for it. He's pulling the Invul potion here, and now Lin doesn't have a choice. Lin has to go for the fight in order to keep his Blade Master alive there, who gets trapped though by these footmen. Now has to run towards the bottom. The first of the... Well, the only Wind Rider has already fallen, and the Blade Master gets taken down with the Heat Scroll in his inventory. The Raiders are in a great position against the casters. It looks like the majority of those are probably going to get taken down, but way too little damage output on the side of Lin, of course. Without the Blade Master, 2 Raiders saved very nicely with the Speed Scroll. But, I mean, of course, there's no way in hell that Lin can win this fight with only his TC and 3 Raiders left standing. I mean, technically 5, as he saved those 2 with low HP. But, yeah, in the end, it's still way too much on the side of the human player. I think, to quickly recap here, a pretty interesting start by Lin, realizing that ToD has pretty much, if I recall correctly, in all of his human versus orc games here, and perhaps before these finals as well, gone for this very quick lumber mill and the delayed barracks, and therefore only starting to creep with like 1 footman and a few militia to get that arcane tower up quickly, to get the tech started somewhat quickly. Lin going for the straight harassment there into a very quick tech on his own, and I believe he must have either mismicroed or misjudged the situation when his first 2 Wind Riders were out, and he turned around with those in order to defend against this lone level 2 AM. And I guess then the initial harassment potential with the Wind Riders that Lin gained by having like a 30% tech advantage was basically gone. The guard tower in ToD space was about to finish already, and yeah, there was just no harassment, no significant harassment to be done anymore with these Wind Riders. So the game went into a very short, slower phase where both of them crept a bit. ToD got the expansion cancel of Lin, which definitely was not what Lin had planned, as he was going for this distraction push against ToD's main base, but he didn't do the damage he wanted to. His expansion got cancelled, as I said, and at that point, I think ToD was already in a position that was, close to winning. He took that fight at the bottom of his base quite terribly, at least initially, but nevertheless ended up winning it, which just goes to show how, comfortable a position he had at that point. And afterwards, Lin tried to go for his expansion again, tried to go for the tech switch, but at that point it was too late. And the, last mistake in this game was definitely to go for the greedy steal without mana on his Blade Master, being forced into the fight and then losing the game entirely there. ToD is up 1-0, and we're gonna go into the second map, Norwoods.